out there, and even without the snow, the wind is tough and downright dangerous at times. Here's a look at a sampling of our peak winds that have been reported today. Carrington area, 66-mile-per-hour gusts reported there. We got into the low 60s in Cooperstown, Valley City, and Jamestown, and up by Devil's Lake, Camp Grafton, not on the map, but a report of 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts in the early morning hours this morning. And those winds are increasing as this system is moving through as it goes eastward. So we're seeing some increasing winds in places like Fargo-Moorhead. You can see our camera shaking in the wind at Luther Family Ford on the south end of town. We are quite windy out there, a wind that is sustained out of the west-northwest at 40 miles per hour and a gust to 45 right now in town. A temperature of 15 degrees that's been working its way downward. It feels like 8 below right now as well. So wind chills are already below zero. If you dare to venture out in this weather, make sure you're ready for it. Have those extra layers and that winter survival kit with you. Here's a look at Grand Forks. A similar situation. We've got a steady wind of 33 miles per hour, a gust to 47 miles per hour right now, and our temperature 14 degrees on the downward trend, and it feels like 8 below right now in Grand Forks. And in this area, we've got some snow that's been making its way through, still affecting some areas in the valley. We're seeing those snow showers bringing down our visibility, adding more snow to those roadways, even as it's drifting across. And right along Highway 2, Crookston to Grand Forks, going to be a tough drive right now. Also along Highway 75 on that northwestern corner of Minnesota, basically from Crookston north, or Ada north, we'll say, as that snow's moving in. And this continues to make its way to the east southeastward. Right now, Fargo not seeing any additional snow at the moment. Could still see some development here that may dip into the FM area, but the focus is a little more in the northern valley right now, and northwest Minnesota too, as this snow and system continues to move eastward. So winds again have been intense. We're looking at steady speeds in the 30s and 40s along the Red River and west. We've got gusts into the 50s, a 51-mile-per-hour gust in Langdon, a gust of 58 in Jamestown. The Valley City area checked in with a gust above 60 miles per hour this hour. You can see that the winds are still westerly in Minnesota. When you start to see that wind change direction, that's when we know we've got that colder air rushing in, and you're going to see those wind speeds and gusts start to pick up as well, though it's already pretty windy there. Visibility in Park Rapids down to a mile, but you can see where it's even worse. We're looking at visibility still at 0 in Langdon, some improvement in Cooperstown and Valley City, but still at a quarter mile, still dealing with blizzard conditions there. Grand Forks is down to a quarter-mile visibility out at the airport, and Grafton, same thing. Fargo is at 1 mile right now. So conditions, that's at the airports near town. It's out in open areas where it's even worse. And we'll continue that trend as the morning goes along. And as this system continues to migrate eastward, we'll see some of those stronger winds push east too. And everywhere in the valley going to be dealing with gusts 40 plus in regions throughout the valley here for the next several hours. Even into the noon hour, we'll still be in this range of 30s to about 40-mile-per-hour gusts. So not necessarily getting much better. There is some slight improvement this afternoon as far as those winds are concerned, but this is still within, if we continue to see those constant gusts into the 35 plus range, we're still within blizzard category, even if it's a ground blizzard going on and the snow is already ended. And looking at conditions tonight, well, we're watching those temperatures drop below 0 by 10 o'clock. So this is going to bring about much colder air to the valley, and you can see in our wind gust planner this morning, we've got these gusts into the 50s, potentially into the 60s, continuing even into that noon hour time frame. It's going to be quite strong. We'll take a look at your 7-day planner right after this. Our blizzard warning continues this morning. We'll see that chance for snow, especially in the morning hours. Little by little, some improvement today, but it's going to be windy and blustery, and we're going to have blowing snow all day long. Temperatures on that slide. By tonight, we'll be below 0. Tomorrow morning for your Groundhog Day, waking up at 13 below. We'll have some clear skies, but it's going to be frigid with this Arctic air that takes over. And in fact, some of our coldest temperatures will be Thursday morning. We have a first alert weather day for that reason, because we're looking at temperatures 20s to even 30 below 0. Add a little wind to that, and we've got wind chills that could be down to around 50 below coming up for Thursday. So really tough for the cold that we'll be experiencing by midweek and into the second part of the week. We try to recover on Friday. We warm up Saturday, but it's another wind maker, another system sweeping through, bringing some light snow and a chance for wind on Saturday.
And we are now learning West Fargo Public Schools doing an e-learning day. So they were 2 hours late, now upgraded to keeping kids at home all day because these conditions are just nasty out there.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's not going to be over by 10 o'clock this morning. We're still going to have some trouble on the roads for a while today. So looking at winds gusting to 40 even into the afternoon.
A lot to go over. Lisa, thank you. Let's see.